Adam mentioned March, and we, I'm talking a little bit higher up, ATLS, but it's all basically the same thing: ATLS, TCCC, and whatnot. And we talk a lot about patterns and repetition. And one of the things that drives me nuts about the military is how much we go over repetition and patterns and things. But I understand the reason why we do it. And one of those reasons is exactly what you mentioned there, is this idea of freezing. Like when shit hits the fan, and oh my God, you are overwhelmed by what has happened in front of you. Your brain reverts back from the higher higher mental capacity frontal portion of the brain back to the reptilian lizard brain, and then it's fight, flight, survival. And so you don't want to, you want to be thinking as little as possible during those times, right? And you want to, you end up falling back to what's rote, what's repetition, what's, what you've practiced. And for somebody like yourself who's not seen that thing, it's like, oh my God, like what do I have? Like what's happened? What do I do? And I think about, when I roll into a trauma in the emergency department, there could be bones sticking out, there's blood, and people who have no experience, they freak out. And for me, it's like, it's not to say that that stuff doesn't mean anything. It does, but it's like I just go into robot mode. It's like, okay, boom, this is the up. What do I do here? What do I here? Go through my ATLS protocol, bang, and knock things off. And that's the reason why, because you can, when you talk about recovery from trauma, you talk about the golden hour, like that first hour. That's where we can, like, if he wasn't blown up, where we're gonna make the most impact is that first hour. So what are all the things that we can get done in that first hour, right? And it comes back to not memorization, but rote practice. What is ingrained, right? So I think that's a real thing. And you basically described it. It's like, oh, okay, like what's going on? What do I have to do? We go over these things, rote, memorization, and repetition so many times, so that in those circumstances you fall back onto your training, and then it just becomes automatic.